What's up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and baby, let's get into the drama of it all because we got a lot to talk about. So let's get into it. All right, y'all. So first up, let's do an update on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So if you watch my last The Drama video, I reported on Mary Cosby allegedly separating from Robert Sr. and the cameras being picked back up at Salt Lake City, even though they had wrapped the season, where Mary actually got underneath Dorinda Deadly, because that's where I got it from, saying lies. And then Dorinda Deadly deleted the tweet that I reported on to you guys the last time I did the drama video. Well, there was a few articles that came out about the situation. So I'm going to read the one for Reality Blurb, and y'all know if you want more information or you want to read the article by yourself, it will be in the description box below. So the title goes, RHOSLC star Mary Cosby shuts down divorce rumors amid claims cameras picked up to capture her split from husband Robert Cosby Sr. It says Mary Cosby seemingly reacts to the rumors that Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cameras picked back up to capture her getting a divorce from husband Robert Cosby Sr. In the first season of the show, castmates slammed Mary over the fact that her husband was married to her late grandmother. Though Mary left the show before season 3, she returned as a friend in season 4, and she allegedly is now a main castmate again. Though season 5 apparently wrapped, a report suggests that the cameras returned to capture an update with Mary. Filming yesterday and today in SLC read the title of a Reddit post shared by the Real Housewives Zone on Instagram. The ladies are filming again. I always said it was going to be OGs plus one new housewife and 2 friends. No denying Mary as a housewife now with this info. They are filming some scenes with her yesterday and today. The user went on, filming with Angie for sure, and I think a new housewife. This means episodes are almost done and they are putting in the last touches or some kind of Mary update. Another rumor claimed the cameras were capturing Mary getting divorced from her husband Robert. It goes on to say, amid the speculations, Mary took to X and shared a video of herself singing part of the lyrics of a song, Kicking Back by Myla J. I'm good, I'm kicking back, and I'm good. Mary then wrote in the caption, please don't believe the lies. In a past interview with Bravo.com, Mary addressed leaving the show after season 2 and shared how she needed a period of time to separate from the drama. Once I was able to reach a certain point, then I was able to forgive, then I was able to move forward, said the star at the time. Now I'm back, I'm present, I'm good, and I feel safe to film now. I'm glad I'm back, and they needed me. They needed me back, and I needed to be back. Meredith Marks would reach out to me during the time, but I wouldn't answer the phone. She really kept being a good friend to me during that time, she went on, but she was just too connected to the show, and I had to disconnect myself in order to heal. And that was the end of the article. So Mary is saying that the people are lying, and I feel like only time will tell. Like, either we're going to see her get a divorce, get separated, or not. But I just wanted to give you guys an update since we talked about it in the last The Drama video. So let's move on. So let's talk about this dating show. Now, I'm not going to read the article, but I'll definitely put the link in the description box below. But I post this on my community tab. But this was posted on July the 26th, and it says this by People magazine, and it says, Peacock sets Real Housewives Dating show spinoff with Luann de Lepis, Giselle Bryan, and more. And the other 2 parties are going to be Shannon Bador from Real Housewives of Orange County and Ashley Darby. And they're going to be filming, I think, in Cabo St. Lucas. So it says filming will take place in September in Cabo St. Lucas, where the women will be offered a diverse dating pool, insider says. The show is expected to air sometime next year. So here's my thoughts. Why? And shout out to the people who, commented on my community tab about this dating show. And the energy was the same as mine. Why? Like, I feel like because of how well Love Island did this year, I think networks are going to start trying to implement more dating shows. And I feel like they captured lightning in a bottle this year with Love Island that I don't think they'll be able to do again. They won't get the same effect. But I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to be honest, I don't really want to see any of these women dating outside of the show, if I'm going to be honest. And the cast that they have, I don't think it's going to be entertaining. Like, if it was a cast full of Luann's, yes. But it's not a cast full of Luann's, because Luann is a fun time. She drinks. I don't know if she's still drinking, but like, she's fun and she doesn't take herself too seriously. And especially when it comes to these men, like, Luann does what she wants and she keeps it pushing. And I feel like she's not going to take this show serious, but she's going to still give us a show and be fun. Shannon, I'm hoping Shannon doesn't take it seriously. I just hope she is just like, a fun, honest about her feelings and just enjoys herself. I don't know how Ashley is on here and she's still married, unless she's looking for a third in that relationship with Michael. And Giselle is the biggest red flag for me, only because Giselle is not very honest about her dating life, that I'm just kind of like, I don't see her being honest on here. And she's kind of like cringe when she dates. Like, you can tell she's kind of awkward, But I'm also wondering, like, is it going to be a competition dating show? Because there was a dating show I remember. No, it was the Bad Girls Club. I don't know if y'all remember it. It was the Bad Girls Club, and they had like 3 bad girls, and it was a house full of dudes, and like, some dudes came into the house specifically saying, I'm here for this person, I'm here for that person. But then some guys started to like switch up and switch girls, or like they started to connect better with a different girl, and like, it caused so many fights in the house. And I'm like, is that what's going to happen with this? Or are they just going to be setting these women up on dates and then they reconvene back at like the same house and talk about their dates? I'm just wondering what the format of this show is going to be. All right, y'all. So let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. You gonna want to get your snacks because we got things to talk about. So this was posted on July the 25th. Now, I'm not gonna read the US Weekly article, but if I can find it, I'll put it in the description box below. I'm just gonna read what was posted by the RHOA Talk. So it says this: US Weekly reports that Phaedra Parks' ex-husband Apollo Nida was reportedly arrested for assault after his wife, is it Sharina Alamufi, allegedly accused him of putting his hands on her during a domestic dispute, including pulling her by her hair and pushing her up against a fridge. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't really like Sharina or Apollo, and I'm not too fond of Phaedra. So if people are like, oh, you don't like them because of Phaedra, that's not even the case. It's just that, like, I watched that show on VH1. I didn't really watch it. I saw clips of it. I think it was called like Couples Therapy or something. It had Fallon on there. I think Young Jock was on there. And Apollo, I don't remember anybody else, but they were a couple on there. And you could just tell that their relationship wasn't a healthy one. So I'm not too surprised by this DV situation. It just seemed on that show, it was just a very toxic relationship where he didn't really respect her feelings, and he was slightly controlling on that show. That led me to believe that he was probably controlling back at home when the cameras weren't there. And she seemed very insecure, even though she was always posting her relationship and throwing shade at Phaedra, like she got a prize and she was, holding Apollo down and stuff. And I was just like, you're dumb, because I don't know why you holding this man down, because if the roles were reversed, he wouldn't do it for you. So I don't know. I'm like, it's sad that this happened, but hopefully with this happening, she's taking the steps to find a new home, not staying with him, and possibly getting a divorce. But I do know the statistics when it comes to DV situations. If it is if this is not a one-time thing and it's been happening for years, it takes the person that is being abused like 7 times for them to leave. But hopefully she's ready to leave, because I wouldn't be staying in a house where, one, I can't trust this person because their issues on the couple thing was I think he was cheating or she was cheating. It was just a very toxic relationship. Neither one of them need to be in it, but it is what it is at this point. Hopefully they can walk away and move on with their lives. So let's move on to our next thing. So let's talk about Drew, because it seems like Drew is in a lot of things. So this was posted by the RHOA Talk on July the 26th, and it's excerpts from Blurvity? I don't know how to pronounce this page, this magazine or blog page or whatever, but it says Drew recently shared with Blurty her thoughts on season 16, newbies, and Kenya's exit. So I'm just going to read the excerpt. So it says this. So let's start off with the newbies. So it says, we have some fresh faces and fresh energy, and I think the network knew that we needed to get it right. So they really took their time, which I appreciate and respect. There was a lot that went on last year and the year before. So I'm happy that they have some people. The new girls are bringing fresh energy. They are ready, as we've already seen from the blogs. It's a lot going on, so I'm not gonna say it's all been good. It's all already given a lot. So y'all are definitely going to be in for a lot this season. Even with the rumors about Kenya and all of that floating around the blogs, it's been a lot of drama. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm here navigating everything and just figuring it out and getting to know the new girls. And I think this season's going to be super, super juicy for sure. So that's what she had to say. Now, I'm going to be honest, that gave a lot of nothing. It gave a lot of nothing. But it does seem like there's a lot going on. I wonder who Drew is getting along with, because here lately it seems like she is into it with Portia, and now, because we're going to talk about it in this video, she got into it with Shamea. So I wonder who's left. So let's talk about how she feels about Kenya. So she said this: I'm not happy about Kenya's exit. She said, I think it does impact our show. She brings a lot to our show. She's legendary. She has a personality that shakes the table. I'm not too in support of her having to sit down. Honestly, I feel like with everything I've gone through on this show, when you come on this platform, you have to have thick skin. This is what the show is, and if you have stuff in your past, you better scrub it, or know that it probably is going to be found out by coming on the platform such as this. And so I feel like Kenya does need to come back. I hope she does. I hope she figures it out. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to be watching it with y'all and trying to figure it out also. So they haven't really told us a lot. We're just kind of waiting, and I hope she really makes a return at some point, because she is definitely missed. So here's my thing. I think that's like Drew's statement is actually interesting to me. And the reason why I say that is because I think it confirms that Kenya wasn't fired. The fact that she said that they sat Kenya down makes me feel like they actually put her on pause, or she agreed to sit out this season, the way that the story was told to us about her being let go or leaving the show. So, and the other part about it is like Drew pretty much standing up for Kenya and saying that we need her back, because it seems to me that a lot of the veterans to Real Housewives or reality TV in general are saying the same thing. You got Sheree pretty much on Kenya's side. Candy been out here with her cape on for Kenya. Even Nene kind of made like a statement, but it was very neutral, but it wasn't bashing Kenya, which I thought she was going to say something, but she didn't say no slick stuff. It was pretty much like it is what it is. And now you have Drew being like, well, you can't come at somebody and then not really be prepared for it. Like she was like, you have to have tough skin, because people will go back into your past and use it against you. And I just find that very interesting, because I'm just kind of like, so did Brittany do something and Kenya just said, you know what, girl, I got something for you, and she threw a fit because it was like the comeback that Kenya gave her was too harsh? Or is that what really, or did the revenge pee even happen? But I don't really know. it's just as interesting to me that a lot of the veterans are like, girl, if you get on reality TV, you need to be prepared. And I agree with them, because we can't act like if your castmates aren't going to dig up and find your past histories, the fans will. They always do. And it doesn't matter if you're on Bravo, TLC, Peacock, VH1, WeTV, any reality TV show, people will find like time to go and dig into your past, and it will be all over the internet. So I feel like Britney scrubbed everything clean except that TMZ article that I found about her being on that possible show with Stevie J called Penthouse Pets that lends credibility to what Kenya was saying. But it's just kind of like, it is what it is at this point. And I'm also hearing that they're still going to leave in the scenes with Kenya. And I'm like, if Kenya's not around and y'all are still leaving in the scenes, I think that's stupid, because we won't be able to like see the story fleshed out. You know what I'm saying? That's just dumb. So let's continue with Drew. So it looks like Drew and Shamea got beef, because Shamea was on her radio show with Big Tigger in Atlanta, and she pretty much was shading Drew and calling her a liar. She also says that out of all the newbies, she really likes Kelly. So I'm going to play the clip for you guys. I'm going to speed it up because it's like 3 minutes. I'll probably put it on like maybe 1.3 or 1.2, but let me play it for you.
Another cast member dropped a song.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
No, really. Drew has another song. I mean, I put it out there.
She said it leaked, so I wasn't really sure.
Oh, okay, so I said dropping. I don't know if it's out either.
Is it out? Yeah.
Have you, I've never heard it on this station. I mean, I've not heard it on this station. I've heard it.
But we heard your song though. Like
That you did too, and you know what? You never had.
Okay, so it's gonna be.
Like
is it going to be the battle of the queens?
there's no battle.
Oh, okay, there's only
battle.
one.
And not at all.
I love it.
You gotta understand, I speak truth.
Okay.
And I, like, you know how rappers, they rap about their life or whatever.
Right.
I sing about my life and everything in me and with me is authentic.
Oh.
Okay, so when people start out saying, I got 5 different languages that I can speak, you don't speak 5 languages.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, but I'm saying, so do you think Drew dropped her song because you
Drew
dropped
dropped
yours?
somebody else's song.
Oh, well.
5 languages I ain't never
Put a slide away on that.
But you know what? Let me not be a hater.
Yeah.
Let's all,
We congratulate everybody.
Drew.
I just want you on my team.
Congratulations, Drew.
Because the thing is, like, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, we have not heard, the queens do music.
I am a peach holder, and but I still pride the same things: my family, my friends, my spirituality. Like, I'm very solid on who I am, and I don't let anybody take me out of that.
I know that's right.
Favorite person on the show?
Me.
Other than you, Shamea.
Other than yourself, Shamea.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've got so many.
Favorite is singular.
Newbie Kelly.
Oh, I love Kelly. That is my girl.
So sweet. I
Yes.
really like her.
Kelly is my girl.
The energy. I met her here at the.
Right.
She was promoting Nana's Chicken and
Right, right,
Waffles,
right.
and she's just really supportive and really sweet. So
love
Kelly,
her.
of course.
Least favorite person?
Well, the big liar.
Who is that?
The one that speaks 5 different languages. We know good goddamn well.
No, to be honest, I have not
She
watched
just lies. I'm tired of the lies. I
know
want
I-
honesty. I want
Okay.
authentic beings.
Okay. So my thing is, I have not watched the season in so long, but because y'all are on the show, I got y'all back. So Drew is, she the big liar on the show?
Yeah, she is.
And, cause, what?
I mean, what else do you need? Tell white lies, red lies, orange, green lies.
Wow.
Like, there's no end to them. And it's
Okay.
like, it be little stuff. Like, how do you lying about? Now, we know the color of the sky. You don't sit here and tell me that it's green? Don't do that. She just lied. Y'all heard the song?
I mean, I heard the song, but you know, it's songs people make up things
Captain?
all the time. People make up things all the time.
All the damn time.
How will season 16 be different than the other seasons?
It's a sweet 16.
Okay.
I like it. I'm having fun. I'm meeting a lot of great people. I get to do the show with my best friend, Portia, and that's amazing. Like,
Okay.
you know, you get to work with your friends and get a check.
And you get to put your music on display.
To put on a huge platform.
part.
We got one more snippet to play. Come on, introduce this last
Y'all, I'm
snippet.
not selling waist trainers. I'm not selling tees. Y'all do what I'm selling is music.
So something told me to wait, because I was like, I wonder if Drew is going to respond. And she did. So she posted this on her Instagram, and I'm getting this by way of the RHOA talk. And it says, Drew with a post wearing Portia's Go Naked hair and mentioning Shamea in her caption after the recent interview she did. So it says, watch out for people who create imaginary beefs at Shamea Morton. And then underneath she has hair at Go Naked hair. So she doing double shade. Double shade, because you know her and Portia aren't cool right now. I think Portia blocked her and they unfollowed each other. So she throwing shade at Portia right here, like, girl, I got your hair on and I'm not scared of you type stuff. Because, you know, Drew, I think, was like an ambassador for Portia for a hot minute with the Go Naked hair. And then, you know, she added Shamea. So then I was like, oh, I wonder if Shamea is going to respond. And she did. So she responded in the comments by saying, "And here you are with another lie. You just can't help it. Ha, cutie." And I think that was it, because I was wondering if they were about to go back and forth, but they didn't. So here's my thing, y'all. I'm not interested in this. And the main reason why is because I have a strong feeling that this beef that Shamea has with Drew is originating from Portia's beef with Drew. And if it is, and my suspicions are correct, then I'm going to be really disappointed in Shamea. I'm pretty much indifferent to Shamea, but I am happy that she got the peach, because it seems like this is something that she's always wanted. The same way I felt about Marlo. I'm never going to knock somebody if they tried to get a job or try to get a position and they finally get it, even if I'm not like that fond of that person. My issue with Shamea is a lot of people were like dragging Shamea for getting the peach, because a lot of people feel like she's just about to be Portia's lackey. That's why everyone's like, you could have just stayed a friend of. And if this beef is originating because Portia and Drew have beef, then I have to agree with those people, because it's not like Shamea is reaching. Drew to me is a liar. Drew to me does tell lies to us. She's been doing it for the past several seasons that she's been on, and I'm not really a fan of Drew. I think the realest we got from Drew was last season, and that was only because her older sister came on the show and Allison wasn't about to pump fake with us. Allison was going to be upfront and honest about her feelings, and she was. And I think that's the only reason that Drew was honest about her situation with Ralph. Other than that, I think her and Ralph would have continued to give us bad Tyler Perry shows, because the plays are better than the shows. I don't know. He should have just stayed a playwright, in my opinion, and just let other people's adapt his work. That probably would have, he still would have made a killing out of money. But I just think this is stupid. I do. Even with Shamea throwing shade about the 5 different languages, because I listened to a snip of the song, like one of the blog pages was actually playing the song, and the 5 different languages, she's talking about 5 different love languages. So right there, Shamea kind of lost me, because it's like, you're trying to rag on her, but I don't even think you really listened to the song, or you did listen to the song. But honestly, a lot of Drew's music sounds dated to me. Like if Drew would have dropped some of her songs in the early 2000s, she probably would have did fairly well. Like, I don't think she'd be a huge star, but I feel like she could be like a 2-album artist and be touring and things of that nature. Kind of like LaToya Luckett. Like, I want LaToya Luckett to give us another album, but like I could see her having a career like she does. So I just feel like this beef is gonna be dumb. It's gonna be dumb. And it also feels like Drew is like out like by herself. But as I was scrolling, I saw this from Mad Beefs. So they said this, all hashtag RHOAT that I know about. It says, allegedly, the Kenya Moore hair spot incident won't be edited out because it's a huge storyline for the season. That's still being brought up. It says Drew is beefing with almost everybody, and Angela Oakley is defending Drew a lot. So at least it does, if Mad Beefs is correct, and for the most part, some of the information that they have been sharing has been true, then at least Drew got Angela, because it does seem like Drew is into it with everybody. Like, she's already into it with Portia. Portia seems to have made up with Kelly. Now you have her into it with Shamea. And I don't know if she's into it with Britt, but I don't think Britt and Drew follow each other. So I really do feel like she probably into it with everybody. So maybe Drew said, well, Kenya gone, now it's time for me to stand in my villainry. And if she can play the villain role well, then Drew is going to gain a lot of followers, and her status will go up in the Housewife universe. So let's talk about the reason why this video came to fruition. So Phaedra Parks officially confirms her return to RHOA as of July the 29th. And so Phaedra posted this to her Instagram. It's like a really cute picture of her getting out of a private jet with Louis Vuitton luggage everywhere. And she's holding a peach saying, "You called and I answer." Hashtag RHOA, hashtag season 16. I didn't call for this. I did not call for this. Y'all did, but not Leah. Leah did not call for this, because I said, girl, what? For real? Like, Phaedra just doesn't do it for me, y'all. She just doesn't do it for me. Like, I'm indifferent to the lady. Like, I don't have very strong opinions about her like that. Like, when she's funny, she's funny. And when she does messed up things, I'll call her out on it. But, like, I'm not, like, a stan of Phaedra Parks. She just doesn't do it for me. And on Married to Medicine, she didn't give us anything. We didn't hear anything new about her relationship. She tried to pull out like her last, like her joker, her big joker, by bringing Apollo to the stage at the reunion, but he didn't give us anything. On Ultimate Girls Trip, she was funny, but she also didn't give us really anything with that situation. I think her best performance from her coming back on TV was with Traders, and that was because she was using her wit, her cunningness, her backstabbery to win a game, and it was very entertaining to watch. But somebody at Bravo loved them some Phaedra. Like, they really see Phaedra as an asset, and I wonder what it is about her. Like, does advertisement dollars go up when she's on screen? Like, what is it about Phaedra that really draws people in? It do viewership goes up? Like, I just really want to know, because I don't think anything truly changed on Married to Medicine, because Married to Medicine has a loyal fan base. I'm a part of that fan base. Like, people faithfully watch Married to Medicine every season that it comes on. So I'm just wondering, like, what it is about Phaedra. And I think they just wrapped Married to Medicine, but I mean, I can't knock her hustle. She's about to get 2 checks. A nice check from Married to Medicine and a nice check from Atlanta. Hopefully she's just a friend of and not a main cast member. I think she's just going to be Portia's friend. But I do think it's going to be interesting to see the dynamic between Portia, Shamea, and Phaedra, because Portia threw Shamea by the wayside when Phaedra was in the picture that one season. So I think that's going to happen again, because Portia has been campaigning for Phaedra to come back, and it actually happened. And I think Shamea is going to be left like a bump on the log. What would be really crazy is if Shamea does a 180 and then clicks up with Drew. So now it's Drew, Shamea versus Portia and Phaedra, if that actually happens. But I don't think that's going to happen. But this is such a chaotic season. And I wonder what Phaedra's future is going to be. Like, is she going to be able to be on both shows? Or is this just like a one-time thing? And eventually the network is going to give her like an ultimatum and be like, you have to pick either RHOA or Married to Medicine. And hopefully if they do that, she picks RHOA, because I was never a fan of Phaedra being on Married to Medicine, because she's not married to Medicine. She's not even dating Medicine. She's not even courting Medicine. Like, she's just there and she doesn't add anything. So I definitely would be fine with Phaedra being a 2-season wonder and going back to Real Housewives of Atlanta as a friend of. But with that being said, it seems like something must have went down during Married to Medicine's filming that I guess pushed or prompted Phaedra to take whatever offer that the network was giving her to go back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. So this is coming from Mad Beefs. And they posted this today where it says, allegedly Phaedra quit Married to Medicine because Dr. Heavenly invited Apollo and his wife to a cash trip. Phaedra had an argument with a lot of people and left the trip and the rest of the show's filming. That is what the rumor is. Hashtag RHOA, hashtag Married to Medicine. And then underneath that post, they showed Toya throwing shade in Phaedra's comments after she posted that pic on Instagram of her announcing that she's returning. And Toya said this: congrats, pray you're happy, and with a smiling emoji, ... So I definitely think something went down. I don't know if it's the whole Apollo thing, but I definitely think something went down, because the one thing I can give the Married to Medicine girls, they will be upfront about their shade. They will definitely be upfront about their shade. So then Mad Beefs ended up posting a clip of Dr. Heavenly's YouTube channel where somebody asked her this question while she was doing her live stream, Dr. Heavenly University. So this is the caption of a clip, and then I'll play the clip for you. I'll just read the caption. It says, Dr. Heavenly says, the rumor I posted, and this is coming from Mad Beefs, So let me restart. It says, Dr. Heavenly says, the rumor I posted about is a lie mixed with the truth. That's why I said allegedly, because I had a feeling either some of it was true or all of it was true. And so in the clip, somebody is asking Dr. Heavenly, and they said, hey, Dr. Heavenly, the word on the street is Phaedra was upset after you invited Apollo to the M2M cash trip, and that influenced her to move to RHOA. Is that true?
One thing, it's a lie. It's a lie that Todd set up for the bullshit. I'm gonna tell you that's a lie. Part of it's true, but it's a mixture of lies and truth, and I can't but y'all gotta watch Married to Medicine. If y'all know what I'm saying, some people lie, and some people put lies in the street, but I can't say nothing right now. But when we do show it, I will break it all down to y'all like it's never been broken before. So Jada, wait for it, baby. Make sure y'all join my Patreon. I'm gonna break it down in there and on the streets. So let me let you know, and I'll bring other people in the group from.
So then Mad Beefs followed up that clip or that post that they posted with Dr. Heavenly's clip in there by saying, I have a feeling she's saying it's a lie because it's the Phaedra version of the narrative that was leaked to me. I think it's more like a battle of their version of events. # Married to Medicine. So I thought I was done and I got all the information, but next thing you know, I see this Neighborhood Talk article pop up on my timeline on Instagram, and they posted this, and Funky Dineva was in the comments confirming what they were saying. So it says, Phaedra Parks allegedly quit Married to Medicine after someone invited Apollo and his wife on the show to confront her. Sources say Apollo's wife read Phaedra down and Phaedra went off on production. And then you see Funky Dineva in the comments saying, I can confirm that this did indeed happen. So what do y'all think, y'all? Because to me, I feel like they're doing what they did with the whole Kenya situation. Like, they're trying to garner buzz for the show, but I don't feel like Married to Medicine needs to do that, mainly because Married to Medicine has a solid and loyal fan base. I'm in it, that they don't have to do all of these stunts and shows, because bringing Apollo and his wife to the show, to me, is a stunt and a show, because we didn't even get anything from Apollo or Phaedra last season. It felt like Phaedra pulled out her Uno reverse card at the reunion and brought Apollo, and we pretty much found out that Apollo's wife and Phaedra don't even have a relationship. Apollo wasn't even for a while welcoming her home to pick up his sons. So it is kind of weird that he would be brought on a cash trip, and to me this just screams like a production stunt. I see that Dr. Heavenly is getting a lot of flack for this situation, but to me it's feeling like a production stunt. Like, someone on production was like, Phaedra ain't really gave us anything this whole entire season. Let's invite this dude so we can grab something out of her. But if it is true that she quit, I'm totally fine with it. Totally fine with it. I told y'all I didn't want Phaedra to be on the show anyway, because I feel like Married to Medicine is Married to Medicine. Like, if she did quit, I do hope that means we get another doctor's wife or another doctor, and like they add some more spice to the show. She just didn't fit, and I didn't want her on the show because she didn't fit. Now, I'm going to be interested to see if this truly happened, Apollo and his wife pulling up. I don't believe that girl read Phaedra, because again, like I told y'all, I watched clips of that couples therapy show. She don't give that. She doesn't give that. She's quick-witted. And in some regards, Phaedra isn't quick either. Phaedra has rehearsed reads, but I don't think Phaedra will let nobody like Apollo's wife read her down. So I'm just wondering if that truly happened. And then you have her cussing out production, which leads me to believe that this truly was like a production stunt more than Dr. Heavenly inviting them on this cash trip. All right, y'all. So that is it. That is all. As always, remember to be bravely authentic, and please drop down in them comments below and share your thoughts with me. Are you excited that Phaedra's back? What do you think about this whole like Apollo and his wife allegedly or supposedly coming on the cash trip and Heavenly having something to do with it? Allegedly, supposedly. How do you feel about the tea about Mary? Like, do you think Mary's lying about this separation, or do you think they're actually gonna, like, she's getting separated from her husband? And what are your thoughts about the dating show, the Housewife dating show? Like, do you think it's gonna be successful, or do you think they needed to cast different women? But I'm out, y'all. Deuces.